Welcome to the video where I will explain why I like humans in Warcraft Orcs and Humans. Warcraft Orcs and Humans is the first game in the Warcraft series. It came out in 1994. Let's start this off by showing you everything in the game and why I like this. I like humans in it. Right, so I'm going to set the faction. I'm going to play as humans against orcs, the only other faction available in the game. I'm going to make sure my army is made up of units that are the most different. The most different from the ones that the analogy of them are that the orcs have. So it's going to be the archers, clerics, and conjurers, because all the other units are pretty much carbon copies of the orcish units. So let's start this off. Hopefully the game is not going to start me off in a situation where I'm going to be surrounded by forest. That did happen before completely, so that enemy was not attacking me because, well, there was nowhere to attack me from. Forest was all around me. And so hopefully we can also need to now find somewhere where we're gonna have a gold to mine. Some location and once we have that, we can next to try to establish exactly where the enemy is gonna be coming from. So let's quickly move in and do this. Not seeing a gold mine anywhere, that's kind of a bit worrying.
Yes, my lord. Yes, yes, my lord. Yes, yes, my lord. Yes, yes, my lord.
Right, so while we at it, let's move our military units out. Hopefully that's where they're gonna be, the enemy is gonna be coming from.
Your will, sire. Yes.
And we're gonna build up another farm because we are short of that. Right, so
yes.
and doesn't look, I don't think the enemy actually gonna come from this area because this is all again forest. No, never mind. That's where the enemy is coming from actually. Looks like it. Okay. I'm just gonna set up defenses here and let's go ahead and see find we have gold mines here. Yes, we do have a gold mine here, so let's do that. Let's meantime get the forest, get the wood for what I'm going to need construction purposes. And I'm going to move up my units here in a grid-like fashion so that they're not eliminated by a catapult bolt like that. Instead, we're just going to be using,
my liege. Yes, my lord.
so we can actually go ahead and here and deal with them. We sadly lost one of our other units that will be necessary for the showcase, but this it happens. Okay. In the meantime, hopefully we're gonna need to start building things up. First of all, we're gonna need to build up some farms. And we're not doing this so well because I think we might lose another catapult here. I don't want to lose a catapult, but it might happen.
Yes, yes.
So, well, while we're waiting for for construction power and stuff like that, things to mention here is that the fact that what we have right now is the main unit that we using here and for defense purposes is the archers here. As you can see, they are quite good and they are able to pull their weight here. In the meantime, I'm just gonna build a barracks here that we can start building units eventually. And the benefit of the archers is that they do have a very good range unit. They are much better of a range unit than, let's say, what the orcs have. Orcs do not have as good of a range unit. Burr range unit is a spear throwing unit, which suffers from the fact that it does not just have a necessary range.
Yes, my lord. Work complete.
Alright, so now we got lumber mill going, so we can start upgrading our archers, which, like I said, are going to become our mainstay of the army. And we're going to need to replace the fallen archers at the same time. Now that we also need to build up
Yes, my lord.
a blacksmith so we can replace the fallen catapults. And as I mentioned before, the orcish version of the of the archer is actually, well,
Work complete.
it's a spearman and it's has a short range, so therefore if you are actually going to send off your archers versus a spearman, your archers gonna win anytime. Unlike the workers units, you don't need to babysit them or watch them, so that you should make sure that they don't do something that or they don't get killed, because again they're not reacting due to range, something like that. There we go, we can upgrade again. So almost archers all the way up. And we should actually have enough wood to start building up other buildings that we're going to need for our demonstration purposes here. So first of all, we're going to need to do this. We did lost some units again. Not good.
Yes, yes, my lord.
So as soon as I build up the defensive positions, I should be able to and hold the position enough that I can hold the defense with.
We are under attack.
I'm not sure why it was not attacking, but that's kind of weird.
Your command. Your will, sire. Yes. Your will, sire. Yes.
Let's
my
build
lord.
up the archers very quickly back up so that we have something to defend us with. And we got another
Yes, yes,
catapult
yes,
here.
Yes, my lord. My liege. Yes, yes. Your command, my lord. Yes, my lord. My lord. Yes, 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 my yes, lord. My lord. Yes, yes, my lord. The orcs yes, are approaching. We are under attack. We are under attack.
So hopefully the
Your command. Yes, 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 my lord.
okay,
Yes, my lord.
good. That takes care of this catapult.
Yes. 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 Your bidding? Yes, my lord.
But
My
he,
liege? Yes.
the enemy did disrupt our
Yes.
economy here.
Yes. Yes. My
We're gonna
liege?
quickly build up back our force of archers.
My lord. Yes. 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 Your command, my lord. Yes, my lord.
And we gotta build up our catapults.
My lord. Yes.
Again, with this force we should be able to hold the enemy back. No issues. We're gonna also improve the armor of our archers so that we can stand up to the attacks of the enemy.
Your command.
There we go, another catapult, so we should be very good very soon. Oof.
Yes. Yes. My liege. Yes. Your command. My liege. Yes. We are under attack.
Not sure why the catapult is not responding fast enough. In this case,
Liege.
it's kind of strange.
My lord. Your command. Your bidding. Yes, my
Okay, I'm
lord.
gonna
Your bidding.
build up back the archers.
Your command. My liege. Yes, my lord. Your bidding.
Hopefully, come on. Alright, good idea, get all the archers back.
Your command. Your bidding. Yes, my lord.
And with that force, we're just gonna go ahead and move forward to deal with the enemy.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Let's improve the shields on our units. And it's gonna go ahead and move my whole army forward a bit. That can meet the enemy much sooner.
My lord. Yes. Yes.
It seems to be coming from the north there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move my units forward, kind of explore this area to know where the enemy is coming from. Now that we got pretty much with everything that we really need for the defense, let's start building up the other buildings that we're going to need. So first of all, I'm going to build up the church.
Yes, my lord.
Demonstrate to you and how we can deal with the different the conjurers that we have, or different major units that we have here.
Yes, my lord.
The game for the humans.
Your will, sire. Yes. Work complete. My lord. Yes.
Right, I'm gonna move up my
Yes, my lord. Your will, yes, sire. My lord. Yes.
my army here.
Yes, my lord.
Fully.
Your bidding. Yes.
And the first spell that we're gonna research will be healing, as the most useful and practical spell for this type of a unit.
Yes, my lord.
And there you go, you can see that my catapults are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Doing a pretty good job defending. We're just going to go ahead and move up and take up the territory so that we can use this gold mine, because eventually one that I'm currently using will run out of gold.
Your will, sire. Yes.
And now my unit, my cleric now has ability to heal, and we can do this very quickly. Heal up all the
Yes. Yes. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
all the different units that we have that were damaged. As you can see now, they're all being healed up. And unlike, let's say, what the orcs have, which was, you know, run analogy to this spell, is ability to raise the dead, which creates a very weak skeleton unit, which is easily killed off by any other unit. As such, is not very useful. You get a much better situation here. Yeah, you can that with a healing, right? Yeah, you can actually use this, you know, raise the death of the enemies as well. It kind of seems like, oh yeah, then you can deal with you can deal more kind of a damage because you can have so many deaths. But still, it's very much easily defeated. There we go. I think I don't need the. I think we'll have enough food here now, so I'm just gonna send all this ones to go get the gold. And in the meantime, we also should start producing, building up things for other buildings that we're going to need to kind of deal with enemies, and to showcase what's available to us in terms of units and capabilities. Someone should also upgrade the sword, because we're going to be showing that situation here.
Work completed. Your bidding? Yes, my lord.
So now at the tower, so that's going to be necessary. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for all this
my lord.
to things to be constructed, let's talk about
Yes.
the other spell that we haven't talked about that the cleric has, and the spell is ability for it to sure all healed up. Nope.
My liege. Yes. Yes. Work complete.
And its ability
Your will, sire.
for it to see things. We're going to make a knight now, So what I mean by that, it's ability to explore the map, basically using the spell without moving. And so the similar spell is available to the orcs. They use a similar way. It's used in a similar way. There's no difference though. There's no point of me really showing that spell off to you. Here's a knight, so we're gonna move him here. And because I think we've been having a problem with enemies, I think we're going to need to build just another cleric so that we have
My liege. Yes, my lord.
we can hold the line here much better. Otherwise, because we're not spending so much of its magic just to healing units.
Work completed. Your will, sire.
Right, so send him off. Go ahead and get this one back, and meantime we're gonna go ahead and train the cleric and train another peon, because I'm not having enough of us peons delivering gold, so that really to do all the improvements on the units and so on, which slowing down the whole process here right now of showing you things.
Yes.
So here it is. We don't have the. It's gonna wait for him to get all the necessary magic so that we can have him.
Yes. Your will, sire. Yes. Yes.
All right. So hopefully this one's gonna get the magic all the way up so we can show you the invisibility. In the meantime, I'm gonna train the Conjurer, which is gonna be the next unit I'm gonna talk about, specifically the spell, since what's it available to it with regards to that. And we're going to improve the horses right now for the knight, so that it's gonna be easier to take advantage of the actual invisibility spell. Okay, good. I believe that should be enough to make the knight invisible. There we go, and off we go. So the invisible unit is pretty good because the enemies cannot see it, and they cannot deal damage to it, and it allows me to kind of sneak into the enemy base. And if I want to have enough of them, I can also go ahead and go find and start dealing damage to the economy. Like I couldn't find where the peons were, but that didn't matter. And
your bidding. Yes.
Still managed to defeat here the enemies. So that's kind of the spell that we have
Yes.
available to us, and its analogy is available is there for the orcs. Like the orcs have a spell that gives them a invisibility, temporary invisibility in terms of for their units. The only issue with that spell is that it's a temporary spell, it wears off, and in the meantime we do have our healers, so if as long as we have the healers, we can literally heal up our units while the enemy is trying to use invisibility.
Yes, my lord.
And as soon as that wears off, we'll be perfectly fine.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
And in terms of dealing with the enemy here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and relocate my units slightly more
Your will, yes, my lord.
higher, just because we can.
Yes, my lord. Yes, your will, yes, my lord.
And we're gonna take control of this territory here, because otherwise it keeps trying to disrupt our gold mining.
Yes, my lord.
Right, and let's actually research a spell that I'm gonna show you right now, the one that actually matters.
Your will, sire.
Let's move our Conjurer here.
Yes. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Go, we healed up our damaged archer,
Yes. Yes.
and we healed up the damaged catapult, and replace the fallen archer.
Yes, my lord.
Is this one, and hopefully the spells are ready. So what is it that the conjurers do? Well, they do have a few other spells besides one that I did research. This one that is summon scorpions. It's very similar to what the orcs have. Orcs have a spell that's summon spiders. Well, pretty much the same, right? Not much of a difference. They do pretty much the same thing, and the units that they do summon are very weak.
Yes.
Now, alternatively, another spell is ability to rain meteors that onto the enemy. It's an effective spell, but you have to get close, and if the enemy uses catapults, you are not going to be able to really pull it off because, well, the catapults will deal with your conjurer pretty easily. So the only really spell that's worth discussing in this situation is the one that we just have here, which is the water elemental spell, and it will allow us to summon a water elemental. Now the orcs do have a similar spell that allows them to summon a demon. The issue with the demon is that it's a close range unit, but it's much better and stronger than the water elemental is. Water elemental is a weaker unit, and such it will take a demon versus water elemental. It will fight. Water elemental will lose, but the demon will win. So it's one of those situations where the orcs do have an advantage. Also, because water elemental is a range unit, that means it's vulnerable to catapults, because catapults will not shoot at anything that's standing right next to them, but they will shoot at anything that's pretty far away. So again, you are going to get the disadvantage, but you're never really using water elementals by yourself, like alone. You will be more or less using them together as a group, and as such, you're also going to be managing them, so making sure that they are not doing something that you don't want them to be doing. We're just going to kind of relocate our units here so that we can take advantage of our position better. So we are again in the grid. Hopefully we're going to be able to show you off. So the two water elementals working together, they're just two water elementals, right? So if we have more, it's going to be even better. Here we go, two water elementals. Like I said, if I'm managing them, the catapults are no longer a problem, because I can tell them to close the distance against the catapults and just to deal damage as required. And once they've done that, it's fine. The only danger for me are the demons from the orcs, which are stronger. But even if the demons do take care of the water elementals, my cannons, not the cannons, sorry, the catapults and mostly the archers will be able to deal with the demons, because they do have a range that's available to them. They are able to deal with the damage to the demons as the demons are moving in. Well, that's it that I want to show you in terms of humans, in terms of human faction here, and why I liked it. If you like this video, please like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it, and please follow and subscribe.